think I got yours and you got mine.
No, we're good. Yeah. That's cleaning the kitchen today, and
Good looking out, brother.
I started just doing dishes, right? Just cleaning up some dishes. And I pulled the screens out of the window because they were kind of cruddy looking. You know that thing that thing you see people do with hats where they throw them in the tub with like borax and shit?
Fucking
Yeah. Well, I've taken the screens out of the windows before. I just hosed them down and gotten all the crud off them because it's kitchen windows, so smoke, dust, that can collect greasy shit.
I'm with you.
I did that. A little bit of dishwasher detergent and some borax. Not believe that, you know.
It worked.
As much as we walk around, you know, in the house sometimes, it can't breathe and gets, you know, it's fucking.
He pulled an early one on us, the turd. We got.
That's crazy how much crap.
That's funny. I had a feeling because you kept looking. I'm like, that camera's on, isn't it? And he walked away. Fantastic. All right, so that's twice.
And yes, I do like fat French toast.
I don't understand. Okay. Fat French. Good job, by the way, pal.
You snuck it in on us.
Yeah, man, but the egg thing, you got to cook it.
Well, first, if you're going to use like thick chunks of, you know, bread, whatever bread you choose to use, you got to make sure you get it soaked in the egg. That's the key.
Do you soak it or you just flip it and let it go?
Well, it depends on how thick. I mean, if you're using like sandwich bread from the supermarket, then you know you have 1 foot, 2 foot, and there's enough egg in there to do what you got to do. But if you're using
egg to bread ratio, what do you think?
I try to soak the egg all the way through. But if your bread's really thick, then you gotta slow your cook time down.
Yes, you got to turn the heat down. So
it cooks all the way through.
Absolutely.
That's the trick.
Absolutely. But when does it become an omelet with a piece of bread in it?
I don't think it ever becomes an omelet.
Why? Because you got vanilla and some.
Well, yeah, but you take the bread out.
Do you put cinnamon? Do you put cinnamon and sugar in your egg?
I put it in the egg wash.
So it kind of caramelizes.
A little bit of cinnamon sugar, a little bit of vanilla.
Oh yeah, of course,
Cinnamon sugar.
No cinnamon sugar.
No, just
I put a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon sugar because it kind of caramelizes.
I don't like cinnamon. I don't like cinnamon on my French toast.
I do not like cinnamon, but sometimes, like I don't like cinnamon in my oatmeal. Cinnamon in my oatmeal.
So you're talking about French toast. I have one question. When you make your French toast, do you toast your French toast?
If it's cold? I mean, if I made French toast for breakfast...
You mean like you put it in the egg and then put it in the toaster?
No. Check this out, guys. TikTok hack. You gotta try it. And it's awesome.
Right.
Toast your bread before
First?
you dip it in the egg.
Okay, why?
And then...
I would imagine it doesn't absorb.
It might
had it?
because
Give it a try.
It might
Have you
because
had
it'd be
it?
like a dry sponge.
But think about it. Well, it's called French toast. Toast.
Yeah, but I thought the toasting part was
I
when you put it in the
know.
pan.
I know.
Grill it.
Give it a try.
Do you
TikTok
think-
hack.
do you think the
toast
French-
the bread before you dip it in the egg, and then give it a try?
How much do you toast it?
I
guess it'd be up to you.
Crispy-ish.
Well, because I like my toast.
So not like dark toast, but like medium toast.
Yeah. Accidents happen.
Like as soon as you can
make
smell
those
the
ones too.
toaster, that's when you pull it out.
Yeah, but from how far away?
If you make French toast the way I do, though, you're going to use up a loaf of bread. So there's going to be a few in there that are going to vary, and you'll find your proper toast.
Your niche.
I go to Emilio's and get a loaf of get a French loaf from Emilio's.
You do that?
Yeah.
And then you.
Yeah, it makes awesome French toast.
Well, yeah,
because it's day old after 4 hours.
You make French toast. Sure, yeah, it's awesome.
Emilio's bread is day old after 4 hours. They consider it day old, so they wrap it and
Sell
put
it.
it out for sale. Yeah, so it's like $2.
I've bought it before, but not for French bread.
Yeah, it's like $2 for a loaf, and then you cut it into pieces. It's small pieces of French toast, but when you figure how
Discs.
much you're getting,
Well, they got a foot long.
yeah. Actually, I think it's 14 because a regular meal is
7.5.
7.5. So
So it's 15.
it'd be 15 inches of French toast.
A French toast. Cut into inch and a half, 2 inch
small
discs.
pieces. I don't know. It's not
Would you
really
call it a
round.
disc?
No, a slice because it's a loaf.
Okay.
It's a loaf of bread.
So because it's not round, it's not a disc?
no, it's not a disc of bread,
Yeah, why not?
but it's not round to begin with.
A slice of bread
It's
would be a
still flat
disc
on
of
the
bread.
bottom. It's still flat on the bottom.
If
It's
you got a
still a
loaf
loaf.
of bread, if you got a loaf of bread and you cut it up Why can't one of those pieces be called a disc?
Because it's a slice.
It could be a disc too, though.
No, it's a slice. You slice. It's a loaf of bread, and you slice.
We're back to chewing the noodles versus
Jesus Christ.
versus like this. What's this? Is this a slice or a disc or a chip?
It's a slice.
Maybe it's a chip because it's hard now.
It started out looking like a loaf.
I see what you did there because of what I'm doing here.
That's what we in the comedy biz call a callback.
So yeah, man.
Did you hear the clacker thing, or are we just rambling?
No, I did. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I did. Yeah.
What do we all know?
27.
27th episode of Feed the Dog.
Feed the dog.
With your beloved host, Sid and Jimmy.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
Times. I still want to know. We'll go back to it later.
The French toast thing?
The disc versus.
I think you're pulling that out of your ass.
Well, it's like chewing the noodles. I mean, I am rehashing, but to me, it's the same thing.
You do chew noodles.
The soup thing that we were talking about last week.
That's what I'm saying. You should chew the noodles.
You should chew them, but what if you don't have to? Well, then just small little like the Lipton powder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're just having broth.
Number 27.
We're coming up on 30.
Yeah, man.
Who'da thunk?
Right now, we're 2 years older than an antique car.
What's an antique car?
25 years, I think. Then you can get or classic. I'm sorry, classic. You can put classic plates on your car like 25 years old.
Well, yeah, but we haven't.
Like you see a Fiero cruising around.
I get it. So if every week was a year,
Right.
Each year, okay.
Right. Like if this was our 27th year anniversary,
Yeah.
it would be the year of the sculptures.
Sculpture, that's what you get for a 27th
27th. I like looking at the proper anniversary gift
for 27 years.
for 27 years, and it's sculptures.
Sculptures.
Yeah, sculptures.
What-
So that little dude pissing, holding the
The cherub
whatever it is.
holding
yeah.
holding
Yeah,
his,
if you
his
got
wee
that
willy
for
winky.
if you got that for a 27th anniversary,
I didn't get you a statue.
it would be proper. Oh,
Although I have been referred to as statuesque.
so hey, okay, devil's advocate again.
Now,
A lamp.
a lamp?
A lamp.
Is a lamp a statue?
Could it be considered a statue? With a light fixture.
If it's a statue with a light fixture on it, yeah. Like if you got, like David with a light fixture coming out of his head, then
Yeah. Well, because it's David, it makes it a
But I mean, like a vase is not a sculpture.
A vase.
It's not a sculpture. I mean, a lamp could
What
be
if it was a sculpture of a vase, though?
a lamp. I mean, a lamp could be considered a piece of art.
Yeah, like the leg in Christmas Story.
Yeah,
Fragile.
Fragile. That's
a
Italian.
Like Inception with art.
Uh-huh.
The vase was in an art piece.
What are you eating?
Oh, pickled
What are you eating?
Pickled asparagus.
What do you got over there? Look at what he did.
Oh.
Was that supposed to be for later, huh? Look at what the boy did.
Look at this.
That is.
He made a little charcuterie board.
There's nothing wrong with a good charcuterie. It ain't gonna go, right? I hope it don't go.
Little charcuterie. Is this
Look at that,
pickled
man.
asparagus in here, buddy? Mm-hmm. Look at you.
Look at this.
Yeah, let's make sure I don't hit the volume pedal again this time. There, coming around.
It's good.
It's pickled asparagus.
Holy
I
shit.
might be in frame for a little bit for this one.
Real loud. All right.
Got some little pinwheels on there.
I love you.
Good job,
I don't know where to
Joe.
put the snack bowl.
Over here.
I gotta try
Alright,
some turkey.
I'll reach across.
This is too good.
So
So I was
hang on, go all the way in, bro.
doing some house cleaning this morning. early or today.
Is this you talking about the screen again?
With the screens. But while I was, are we supposed to? How do we take this apart?
Just like that? Nice work, man.
Little salami floret.
I gotta start getting pickled. What is this?
Pickled asparagus.
That's freaking awesome.
I prefer my vegetables pickled.
Oh,
you forgot
you
something?
got more?
What?
Is there an array of dipping sauces?
I can.
What is that?
What is that now?
Hard-boiled eggs.
Oh.
This is going to be a live show right here.
Put this kid on MasterChef Junior.
So he knows how to boil an egg?
You know how to boil salami too? Oh, can you get a piece of salami? Hope I'm doing this right. Look at that.
Is it some sort of special salami, or is it just salami?
It's just, I think it's just red salami. So, yeah.
Just hard salami.
Well,
wow, this is delicious.
Thank you.
Good job, camera guy Judd.
All right.
You want to be camera guy Judd or chef Judd?
Chef.
That works the camera.
I don't know if charcuterie qualifies as a chef.
Well, it's typically sous chef.
Platter maker.
Well, the sous chef is just like you got like the chef and then the sous chef. He's just like the sous chef is just like the second in the command, so to speak.
All right. But so would he be the chef of the swing meat?
Nice.
I suppose if he's swinging the meat.
Well, that's what lunch meat's called, swing meat. You ever heard it called that before?
Never heard it called that before.
No?
No.
Look at this, we got a nose poking up here.
I think he's got to get this right here.
Cheese grease.
Hang on to that toothpick, he might eat it. Although, he's eating, he eats lollipops.
Yeah.
Whole? Yeah, and then he spits the stick out.
How'd you teach him that?
And he learned it on his own, man. He knows the stick is no good.
So I was cleaning this morning.
I'm just eating over here, man.
I know.
This is like lunch and dinner, and
Maybe we should have saved that for later when we could actually like eat it.
I can take it back.
pardon?
I can take it back.
Want to take it back? No.
No, it's already out.
No, it's already been
So, as I was cleaning this morning, I was watching random YouTube videos, whatever popped up, because I can ignore it.
So if you're bringing it up, how much of ignoring it did you actually do?
Well, I just put it on. It's kind of like background noise.
Fair enough.
You know, I'll watch like alien documentaries and
Fucking eating away.
you know. So today was time travel. So I started thinking about time travel today. And I think, you know what it was? It was an ad came up for the next Marvel movie, Quantum whatever.
Okay. What movie?
There's a new...
Quantum Madness.
Is it Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Yeah.
Quantum something?
Yeah.
Didn't they all die?
With,
Only half.
fuck. King the Conqueror.
Yeah. Well, so I got to thinking about time travel movies.
Gots to thinking.
So, like, Marvel in particular, so was the first one I thought about, right? So the whole time Tony's talking about, like, oh, it doesn't work like that, because that past becomes your future, whatever. And then Captain America shows up on the bench at the end.
Yeah.
That should not have worked.
No, because that would have been the whole timeline would have changed. He wouldn't even be in that timeline.
Would not be right.
Fuck.
Exactly. So how does Captain America show up at the end of Endgame?
And does this
as
mean
an
that
old maid?
one chick that he kicks might be his daughter?
Ew. Good point.
He freaking back to the future it.
He did. Back to the Future. There's another one. All right. Back to the Future.
Kissing my brother.
Back to the Future is another good one. So Back to what was the which was the one? Was it Back to the Future? It was Back to the Future 2. Biff steals the DeLorean.
Okay.
Remember that?
I've seen the movies, but I don't.
Okay.
Again, you guys have this movie thing.
Yeah. So Biff steals the DeLorean, goes back in time, gives young Biff the sports almanac.
Yeah.
Which
I remember that.
Right. Which, by the way, wouldn't work according to the Jean-Claude Van Damme time travel movie because same matter can't occupy the same space. But anyway.
Well, that alone, as soon as he changed one bet where he became the winner, that entire book is bunk now.
There you go, because it throws all the stats off.
Yep.
So, there you go. So, young Biff, or old Biff, but that's not where I was going with it. Old Biff steals the time machine, goes back and gives young Biff the almanac. Then comes back...
And the sports almanac.
The sports almanac. Then comes back, parks the DeLorean exactly where it was, and then Marty and Doc come out, and the DeLorean's still there. But then later, when Marty goes back in time and does something, then goes forward.
Burp already.
Yeah, I did. Then he comes forward, and everything has changed. So why didn't everything change around old Biff when old Biff came back?
Yeah, because he would have showed up in the new timeline.
Yeah. What the fuck, Doc? What?
I have a time travel question.
What?
So, like, let's say you time travel, right? And then you go back and kill your younger self. What would happen? Because your younger self died.
There's a few things.
Wait a minute. That's actually
that
part
happened
of
in the Back to the Future thing.
But that's actually part of time travel theory. It's called the grandfather paradox. Right? Here's the problem. Here's the problem with the grandfather. Here's the grandfather paradox, right? So, you go back in time and kill your grandfather, right? Let's just say you go back in time and you kill some relative that would
lead to you being or not.
That would erase your existence, right? But if your existence is erased, then you don't exist to travel back in time to kill your grandfather. Which means your grandfather then sires, eventually you get sired, and then you go back in time and kill your grandfather, but...
It's like Groundhog Day.
No.
Now, wait, Groundhog Day
I was
is
going to go
different.
with Time Machine on that one.
A little bit. No.
Because you can't change the past because then it changes why he built the time machine.
Right. Now, Time Machine covers another time travel paradox. It's the inevitability paradox.
Hey, Michelle.
Is Michelle watching?
My cousin.
Oh, your cousin. Time Machine.
Your wife would be watching.
No, she doesn't watch. Time Machine covers the inevitability paradox because remember his wife died every time he went back.
So would that be a Groundhog Day?
No, Groundhog Day.
No, but like I'm still going back.
Groundhog Day is just silly.
Yeah.
If you kill your grandfather,
right?
Or it would even be if you kill yourself.
I mean, if you went back in time, like 2 days and killed yourself 2 days ago?
But what if you're in like the Terminator Genesis paradox where, you know, when you're time traveling, you're pretty much just marooned in time. So regardless of what you change, you yourself don't change because you're marooned in time.
All right, how about this?
What's up?
What if you go back in time? Just say, hypothetically, you get yourself in some trouble. We'll be broad.
Okay.
You get yourself in some trouble. And you're in some trouble.
Okay.
So you go back, you kill yourself right before you get in trouble.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
Why would you just show up at yourself and say, hey, stop?
Well, because you're not supposed to interact with yourself.
Who says?
Says who, really?
I thought you're not supposed to interact with yourself.
Well, that would be, what was that? What was the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he said...
Cop.
Time Cop.
Yes. Same matter can't
occupy
the
same
space. Now, if we're going with Time Cop, that's the way you go with that.
Right.
But if we're going with
So I can't touch
Back
you.
to the Future,
Right.
It could set off a paradox.
Right.
If you meet yourself.
Which would destroy
Or you could faint. Which is what happened to that
Which
movie.
is what happened to Elizabeth Shue. She passed out. Fainted.
What I'm saying is you whack yourself before you get in trouble.
Wait, whack yourself?
Yeah, something like that. Before you get in trouble.
If you traveled back in time and jerked yourself off, would that still be masturbation?
No, I think that's just self-love.
Hey, you come here.
Would it still be weird if you? I mean,
It's you.
because it's. I mean, it's.
Talk about the stranger.
Masturbated and looked in the mirror at the same time. It's the same thing.
Because you know that, like when you're young and you try and fold yourself in half.
How did we get here with this
It's
stuff?
weird, man.
It's getting weird now. Time travel paradox.
Time
Time travel, masturbation.
So you take yourself out before you get in trouble,
Right.
or before the car accident or whatever. Like, so the action doesn't happen.
Do you take your place or do you just be dead?
You take your new place
Right, because.
you know that something's going to be fucked up.
Right.
It's like that episode of Rick and Morty when they went to their other dimension.
You fucked up the flower.
I know. I just wanted one piece. I was thinking of the reset button episode.
See now, the redo or the reset. That's Groundhog Day, because you keep redoing it until you get it right, and then you get out of the loop.
Oh my God, Adam Sandler's Click movie. Technically time travel. Rewind, fast forward, and all that.
Yeah.
I guess. You know.
Huh.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's really
I haven't
good.
either.
It's really good. You two should.
But like Terminator, okay, you mentioned Terminator earlier.
Got it.
Here's my problem with Terminator, as far as continuity goes. Continuity guy.
I come
So-
prepared with this one. I just watched all of these.
So.
I'm ill prepared. Nothing is fresh in my
Okay,
brain.
so check it out. So the time displacement equipment that is described in the Terminator, the first one, right?
Judd, nice.
Nothing dead can go through, right? But the Terminator makes it through because it's a
Terminator.
metal skeleton. Well, it's a metal skeleton covered with
By
living
living tissue.
How's the T-1000 make it through? Liquid metal. How's the T-1000 make it through?
Science.
How?
Science did it.
What about the
Science.
What about the TX,
Science.
which is the big booby Terminator?
Science.
Science.
Same thing.
It's kind of
But
like
there's
if
no
you're watching
living-
a fantasy movie. If some mechanic could be explained, a wizard did it.
Okay,
Back up.
Wizards, Harry Potter. All right.
Harry Potter.
Which one was it? The second or the? I think it was maybe like what was it? Like the third one where Hermione had the spinny thing.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Knocked this out of the park, man.
that is part of the. Now, according to that, time is set.
Your mic's are those wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong.
According to that, the time is set because all the stuff that happens happens because the future selves go back and do things. So you have, so the timeline is set. There's no variations because none of this would have, like throwing the stone to the back of her head to make her turn around, or through the window to make her turn around. None of that would have worked if they hadn't gone and traveled back, done the little time turning
The full
thing.
movie. This is awesome.
Then there's Time Rider, which just makes absolutely no sense at all.
sense.
So we just won't talk about Time Rider because that was just dumb.
Dumb.
Superman.
Superman.
When it goes
All
around
right.
the world from Lois.
Superman.
Big misconception with
Right
this
there.
one.
Right there. He spun the world the other way, turned time back, saved Lois,
Keep going. I'm listening to you.
Go ahead.
and then didn't put them in the position where shit went wrong.
What do you mean?
How do you wait?
He saved Lois by turning the Earth the opposite way.
Right.
Right? And then when the Earth went back the other way, what happened? We were able to get her out of there in time.
Oh, you mean when he showed up, she was
The earthquake, man, when she died.
Yeah, and that's why he turns back time, man, to save Lois.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. But
So
then
if
the
you're
earthquake.
going-
But then the earthquake didn't happen. Is that what you mean?
And
No,
he
the
was getting
earthquake
all
did happen,
talked
didn't
to
it?
by his father in the clouds. You shouldn't mess with. And then he.
It is forbidden.
First of all, a big thing about that too is a lot of people thought for years, like he's spinning the Earth around. Why wouldn't everybody just be thrown off the Earth? And that isn't what's happening. He is turning back time.
Because we all know the Earth is flat, duh.
Which is represented by the Earth spinning backwards. And then he turns time back around, which is represented by him spinning the Earth back around the other way. Because he's actually...
Are you saying that he didn't actually spin the Earth?
No, he was going back in time, and which was represented by the Earth spinning backwards.
Oh, so he wasn't actually. Oh, I get it now.
There you go.
Wait, what?
There you go.
All right, wait a minute. It all makes sense now. Listen.
I knew you'd get it.
Listen. Okay, I get it now. Listen. So, according to general relativity, as you approach the speed of light, as you approach the speed of light,
what you would try
which is what he was doing. As you approach the speed of light, time moves slower for you, but that doesn't quite cover what he did. But I understand where you're going.
Oh wait, that explains why, like when you go.
He did what the Flash always does. He kept on running super fast until he got back
he
to the time that
he flew.
But the Flash would run.
Right.
But general relativity doesn't really explain Superman's time travel thing. Because
many things.
That only because what that tells us is that as you approach the speed of light, time moves slower for you. So if you spend a year traveling at the speed of light,
you get 5 minutes old where everybody else gets 50 years old.
50 years old, right. But that wouldn't really go backwards. That really wouldn't
so
really
you would get
backwards.
younger.
But I understand what you're saying. He was going back in time, and it wasn't so much that the Earth was actually spinning backwards. It was just
the representation.
It was like he hit a rewind button.
No, the Earth actually spun backwards.
No, it didn't. He was just moving so fast
that he was going back in time, which was represented by the Earth spinning backwards.
Represented by the Earth, by the rewind, like a rewind. I get it. But what that doesn't explain is if he went back, there was still no earthquake. The bomb didn't hit, because if he'd have gone back far enough to before Lois fell in the big crack and couldn't get out of the car.
I know. That
he couldn't have gotten... The bomb still would have hit, and it still would have opened a big... Ah! Yep. And Margot Kidder still would have been like, ah!
Wizard did it.
And little Jimmy would have still fallen off the dam.
Yeah. That fucking thing.
Yeah, what was that noise that he made? Right? Because I just watched that the other night, too.
Did you really?
I did, actually, because I try to, I use references around my house sometimes that my kids don't get. Right?
So you got to bone them up.
And I think that it's good for them to have a deep reference drawer. So I'm like, all right, let's watch Superman. Because there is only one Superman.
Yes.
I mean, Henry Cavill, Brendan Roth, pale comparisons.
Christopher Reeve
is Superman.
I'll agree with you on that, although I do enjoy the others.
I think Brendan Roth came closer to Superman than Henry Cavill did.
Yep.
Certainly.
At least the Superman that we grew up with, which was all super honorable. But Henry Cavill, it's a lot of kind of being just a normal good guy who's got a temper every once in a while.
And Henry Cavill couldn't...
But I loved him.
Henry Cavill couldn't do like the dorky Clark Kent.
Nope.
Like Brendan.
That was the biggest thing about Christopher Reeve.
And Brendan Roth kind of pulled it off too.
Yes.
Which is why I say he was closer to the decent to the Superman.
The best thing about Superman most of the time is how Clark Kent is played.
Because Clark Kent was his secret identity, not Superman.
No. Yes. Well, yeah.
Clark Kent was the secret identity.
Clark Kent was the disguise.
He was Superman.
Yeah. It's not like Batman where he's
Kill Bill on this conversation.
It's not like Batman where Batman was like Bruce Wayne and Batman. Clark Kent is the disguise.
What about the Lone Ranger? What was he when he wasn't being the Lone Ranger?
No.
I don't know. Like he kind of Zorro'd it, where he kind of played like a gentleman.
Did they ever, was the Lone Ranger ever out of his mask in the old TV show?
I don't.
Excuse me. I don't recall.
I mean, There was a couple of movies.
My favorite Lone Ranger is the 1983 one when Christopher Lloyd plays Butch Cavendish.
Not Christopher Lloyd. Doc Brown. That's Christopher Lloyd.
He played Butch Cavendish. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's the best one.
It was 1980. The Legend
of the Lone Ranger. Yeah.
That one is
the best Lone Ranger movie. The one, the last one,
The remake?
with Johnny Depp.
the remake, the Johnny Depp
I
movie.
think the Lone Ranger was the step with the.
It was
Tonto.
a punchline.
Yeah.
It was a punchline. Yeah. For Tonto. Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it.
No.
I didn't.
It's one of those movies that if you didn't call it The Lone Ranger, I think it was a great movie.
And I wouldn't even
It's kind of
shout.
like why I hate Total Recall remake. It was like, that's a good movie, but because it's called Total Recall, I'm like, man, this movie sucks compared to the
I wouldn't even have gone like the cultural appropriation route with Johnny Depp playing a indigenous person. It was just a stupid character.
That doesn't bother me. It was the fact that it was just stupid.
It was a stupid character.
Stupid.
With the freaking I'm feeding bird. I am feeding bird.
Yeah, no. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah.
What a shame.
It could have been a better movie.
What else did you watch? Yeah. You know what I spent the weekend watching?
What's that?
Or yesterday?
What's that?
I watched the rom-coms.
Rom-coms don't have a lot of time travel in them.
No.
Which rom-coms were you watching?
I watched Marry Me
No.
with Owen Wilson. He's the one with the fucked up nose, right? Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez.
I got nothing.
I watched that yesterday. I typically don't either. Dude.
Owen Wilson pretty much plays the same character in every movie. You know what's weird? You know what's weird?
It's like the remote control's under the side of the couch.
You can't reach it, so you gotta watch
You
it.
gotta watch the rom-com.
So you get stuck watching a movie with Jennifer Lopez in it.
You got a child, though. Just call him into the room and tell him to pick up the remote.
He was off doing 16-year-old things, man. But yeah, that's what
Here's the problem with slicing hard-boiled eggs.
You can't pick them up.
You can't. You can't step. Look at. I'm just like there's just yolk.
Man, just pour some yolk in your hand and shoot it.
I was eating deviled eggs and
There's always time for
make
deviled
time next time.
Always time for deviled eggs,
bro.
No, seriously, thank you for the platter. It's awesome.
Yeah, this was great. I'm on
camera watching it being eaten in front of me, and I want more.
You could have snuck over here. There's some cheese left.
We did not stop you.
There's a piece of salami left.
Yeah, I'm going for this.
Have the salami too. Roll it up in the salami.
Take the salami.
There you go. There you go. Little pepper jack.
And the roll in the
Little charcuterie board.
Nice.
pineapple would have been good.
Pineapple.
Some fruit would have been nice on there. Sorry, that one hit me a little.
Yeah, next time
That
put
one?
some fruit on it. Not critiquing.
Yeah,
thank
well,
you.
we're doing the whiskey tonight, or bourbon, I should say bourbon, as opposed to our usual mead fare. So yeah, time travel.
What other movies did you watch with time travel?
I didn't necessarily watch a bunch of time travel movies.
It's just in our head.
As I said, I got that one. YouTube.
Star Trek.
Okay, Star Trek almost works, except for the whole like around the sun thing. I don't get that. Are you talking about?
They saved the whale.
Where they saved the whales?
See that? Hold on. They saved the whales in Star Trek?
No. Well, no. Which one was that? That was the fourth one.
Fuck, I don't know.
It was the Voyage Home, right? That was the name of that one.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So
When they got home and saved the
They had
whales?
the Klingon ship. Klingon.
the Klingons, they still right. So at the end of let's see, so 1, 2. What was
Probably
3?
4.
Yeah, no, it would have been the fourth one because 1 was Motion Picture, 2 was Wrath of Khan, 3 was Search for Spock,
Yep.
and 4 was the Voyage Home.
Yep.
So Voyage at the end of
God, we know too much.
I know.
Shit.
At the end of Search for Spock, the crew has blown up up yet another enterprise.
Yet another enterprise.
And commandeered a Klingon vessel. And on their way back, this like probe shows up at Earth and starts making whale noises. That's how whales talk.
You know what they're saying?
Anyway, Spock, being the brain that he is, divines that these are the songs of the humpback whale. Jesus Christ. Judd, why don't you do me too? Somewhere over there is, good God, man. Yep, there you go. Of course, there's no whales in the 24th century.
Why not?
Because they
killed them off.
Because
we're assholes.
Right. Because if we assume that these whales were ours, it's back behind you, I think.
We were on that whole save whales kick, don't you remember?
Because we were saving the whales then. Because if we assume these whales are ours to do with as we please, we would be no better than
Whale
those
Wars, Star Wars edition.
who caused their extinction. There's a direct quote from me. Where'd that bottle of bourbon go?
It's in there.
In the cabinet.
That's a country song if I ever heard one.
In the back.
Where's that
bottle of bourbon? Yep. So the crew travels back in time to the mid '80s and hijacks. I guess I ain't working tomorrow.
Holy shit, man!
Holy shit! Chin, brother.
Holy fuck. See,
You can pour some of that back in the bottle on Karen Owen will judge you.
Wow.
Put it away. Oh my god.
So the crew travels back in time and hijacks a set of humpback whales so that they can come back to the future and communicate with the probe, which for some reason just only wants to upset communication on the planet Earth. They don't really do any. The probe doesn't really do anything but shut down.
It's just a big EMP thing going on.
And apparently, whales are
they speak EMP.
Like super aliens.
Could be true.
So could be true.
So long, and thank for all the fish.
Those were dolphins, though.
Yeah, I know, but
so long, and thanks for all the fish. But they travel through time by slingshotting around the sun and using.
And I know that because I've seen that in another movie.
Another movie where they slingshot around the sun?
I don't recall, but yeah, they used that.
A Star Trek movie?
I don't recall. I don't watch that shit.
Star Trek?
Shit! Hold me back! Hold!
Uh-oh. That was Max.
Star Trek was my childhood, you son of a bitch.
So they slingshot around the sun. But that one actually works because they don't create any alternate timelines. They don't create any paradoxes.
Because we still got to kill the whales in their future, the way
They go back, they get the whales.
So technically we're still doing good.
Scotty, what's the problem? It's not the whales, sir. It's the water. Because
Is that an actual line?
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the whales, sir. It's the water. Because Scotty has to beam up seawater with the whales.
And they're going to beam up whales into the Starship Enterprise.
Into the Klingon vessel that they had commandeered because they blew up the Enterprise in episode.
So why would they bring the whales into the ship though?
Well, they have them. Yeah, because they have to take them back to the future to communicate with the probe in the 24th century.
Wow. I can see that. My rummaging for pretzels did not cause me to miss anything.
You know, it's
Whale talking?
You didn't know I spoke whale, did you?
They're low.
Gonna be a bunch of whales out there when we're done.
I'm working on dolphin, but whales. We should do shows for sea animals. I don't think anybody does a podcast specifically for sea animals.
Yeah, we found our soapbox.
That'd be a niche, huh? Wow, that's your
See that? I
spoke
spoke dolphin and whale right there.
Wow. You're multilingual.
That's funny.
What's another good time travel movie?
Did we already say Time Cop?
Yeah.
We did, but now here's my issue with Time Cop. This is weird, because Time Cop's weird. So the DeLorean travels through time, shows up in the spot where it disappeared, right? Marty's on Main Street, the little flame tracks, and he shows up on Main Street in 1985 every time. Drive-in theater, out in the desert, bang, out in the desert. Time Cop. They put him in this, like, rail sled.
Looks way fun.
I mean, this, like, rocket sled thing. You remember Time Cop? Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Kinda.
Yeah. They put him in this, like, rocket sled and fire him at a wall with a little hole in it.
Yeah, why would they even have a wall there? Just like make the building longer.
Why would there be a wall? And why would there be like a perfect little
like,
hole?
Just to give you some anxiety, we're gonna put a wall there.
And there has to be
it's
this.
like no, just can we make the track longer and just build it longer?
But they go
wall.
But they go through the wall. They go through the wall because there's a little hole that, like the perfect silhouette of the little rocket.
And
And
the wall has nothing to do with the size.
Yeah, exactly.
The door handles.
And they go through the little hole in the wall. But if they miss, then they hit the wall.
They hit the wall.
So
Which is-
maybe get rid of the wall. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, that's what
Because
those two stains
the two
are for.
spots were the so-and-so
Yeah,
twins.
the twins.
So, but then when Jean-Claude actually makes it through time, he doesn't show up on a rail
I'm okay.
or in a rocket in a little ship thing.
He just falls from the sky.
He just kind of like comes out of nowhere wherever it is they need him to be.
What's it called when it happens in a game? Spawn.
It's not really a respawn because a respawn would be like if you died.
No, it kind of walks through like a Stargate.
Yeah, no, it's like a ripple. Like
Yeah,
if you were looking at the wall and all of a sudden it like rippled and Jean-Claude Van Damme walked down.
No buggy.
No buggy.
So what happens to the buggy?
I don't know, it's just gone. But then when he comes back,
He's in the
comes
buggy.
back.
he's in the buggy again. Tell me how that works. How does that shit work,
Science.
How's that shit work, Jean-Claude?
Van Damme.
Van Damn.
Man, damn it. Yeah, I don't know.
Other time travel movies. We already did Time Machine, which is brilliant, by the way.
What about Highlander?
That's not really. That's not a time
just
travel
like,
movie.
That's time travel, but like taking the slow way.
That's not a time travel movie. There's flashbacks, but he's not really traveling through time, unless. Well, technically, we're all.
No. What's that show that's on like Wednesdays at like 8 o'clock?
I don't know.
There's a show on, man. It's like a Chinese guy, and he plays all kind. He played a cowboy, but not as a Chinese dude. He's
Are you talking about the reboot of the
Quantum Leap.
Quantum
That's
Leap?
it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Is that out yet?
I've yet to
I've
see it,
watched
but
it
it
a
looks
couple
good
times.
because it's Admiral Calavicci's daughter who's running the program, and the Asian guy is the leaper.
Is he?
And and they're actually like looking for.
Are they looking for Sam?
They're actually looking for Sam.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Please let him make a cameo. Because he's trapped in time.
Yeah, so it's not a reboot, it's a continuation.
And he's married. He's like married to one of the other ladies in the.
Is it Admiral Calavicci's daughter?
Can I just say the last episode of Quantum Leap?
I cried.
It is amazing.
I fucking weep.
God bless you, Sam.
Wow.
God bless you, Sam
Because
Beckett.
he's sitting at the bar, and then
With
he traveled.
God, kinda.
Sam or Al, the bartender.
Yeah.
Sends him to Al's wife's house while because Al was a prisoner of war during Vietnam.
Yep.
Which is why his wife had him declared dead and remarried. And then that led to that's a great paradox.
Because with that changed the whole.
That's why Sam never made it home.
Because now he's stuck in time.
Because now he's stuck.
Which kind of goes back to Terminator Generous. He's marooned.
There you go.
Marooned in time.
But
would you rather be marooned in time or marooned on an island?
I think time would be better because you have options of eating.
You know, of all the time travel ones, Quantum Leap actually makes the most sense. At least they tried to answer the questions.
Yeah.
Because Al was there with the beep boop 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 beep boop boop.
Ziggy.
Yeah. And being like, in the original history. Sam, that's
the original history.
That's what's that guy's name? Rockwell?
Are you talking about Scott Bakula?
I don't watch a lot of that stuff.
Not Scott Bakula. The guy that played Al. You got your phone? Google. Jesus Christ, Judd.
A teenager without his phone?
You think a charcuterie board is going to release you from your responsibilities? Quantum Leap cast.
The charcuterie board was a hit.
Good job on the charcuterie board, though, by the way.
Is it charcuterie or charcuterie?
I think it's spelled with a CH.
Charcuterie.
I think it's
charcuterie.
Who are we talking about?
Okay, you got the cast of Quantum Leap?
Yeah.
Okay, Al Calavici.
Dean Stockwell.
Dean Stockwell, who's no longer with us, by the way. Whatever. Dean Stockwell. So Sam leaps as himself into Calavici's wife's house and says, "I'm Sam, and Al's coming home." And she doesn't remarry, and then she doesn't remarry, which means she waits for Al to come home, and Al comes home, and they have like 5-6 kids. And then somewhere down the road, the new show, somewhere down the road, like Al finds out about Sam and what Sam Beckett was trying to do. And his daughter, Calavici's daughter, picks up the mantle of...
She picks up the mantle?
Of, figuratively speaking, of Quantum Leap.
I'm watching the show tonight.
Yeah, I gotta go find it out. I forgot all about it.
It's on like Fox or something.
Yeah, it's out there somewhere. So there you go. Time travel is a problem for all of us.
Do you know any time travel music to play us out? Anything in relation to what we did?
Could you maybe give us a little... Too much bourbon. This is what happens when you let teenagers pour your drinks.
They think it's tea or something.
I don't have any time travel music with me.
No travel music?
I wish I could just like throw Doctor Who out of nowhere for you, but I got nothing.
Whip something up.
We didn't talk about Doctor Who! Son of a bitch! Next episode.
Time Lords.
Time Lords.
So, okay, so this gives me a chance to watch.
To watch what?
In case you don't know, this show, everything we do is there's nothing.
We don't script nothing.
Nothing is planned.
We don't even speak before the show.
We honestly got to keep
everything
quiet.
to each other.
We honestly got to keep quiet. The only thing that's scripted is when we pull out the dad jokes.
Dad jokes?
I got one for you right here.
Go ahead, hit me with it.
I'm trying to put my glasses on. Hold on
All
a
right.
second. It says, did you know your pupils are the last part of you to stop working when you die?
Is that a joke?
You know your pupils are the last part of you to stop working when you die.
Yeah. You know why?
Why is that?
Because they dilate.
They dilate.
Oh my god.
Come on.
If I ever go to an optometrist and say he says that joke, I'm stabbing him.
Okay, I got a worse one.
Come on, bring it in here.
I got a worse one.
That was terrible.
Wait, that bar's been set.
Wait, I got a worse one. That bar's been set. I got a worse one, and it might be funny.
It might be
What
funny.
does a house wear? A dress.
That was funny. That was funny. Mine tragically sucked.
It was kind of diluted. It was all like.
I gave it room
where
to
you're going with
breathe.
that one.
Everything was perfect.
So maybe it was your delivery.
No, my delivery was fine. I gave it room to breathe, fester, if you will.
Okay.
I think I did a fine job.
Well, we'll be traveling in time now.
Yes, and we'll see you exactly 6 days and 23 hours and 49 minutes from right now.
There you go. We're all traveling in time. Time travel.
Time travel, man.
Can't believe we didn't talk about Doctor Who. How do we do a time travel show and not talk about Doctor Who?
I don't know. I have no idea.